So I'm going to review yesterday with the steps. So I'm going to do the steps next to the problem. Okay? I'm going to do the steps next to the problem so you can see it. So we're on level 2. The example problem is x squared. Sorry, give me a second. Let me double check my work. I apologize. Yesterday was the 4th, yes? Thank you. Yeah. There were no papers from yesterday. It's just. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. Christian, can you pass that? Right there. Perfect. Okay. We have x squared plus 3x plus 3. Okay. So when you watched the video yesterday with Miss Ramos.
For level 2, it was x over 2 minus 9x plus 3.
9x plus 3. Thank you. I didn't remember which one I did. Okay. 9x plus 3. Okay. So step 1 is to replace all x's with what? Does anybody remember or have it in their notes? X plus what? Should be step 1. X plus h. So how many x's do I have here? 2. So I'm going to replace here and here, both of them. Okay? Both of them are replaced with x plus h. So it's going to be x plus h squared, because that whole thing is replaced x, but the square doesn't just go on the x. It is now squared, the whole expression is squared. Plus 9 times x plus h plus 3. Can you see that color? No? Okay. Now? It made it worse? Now? Turn off the lights. That better? Yeah. Okay. So, in math, what does this square mean to this expression? In math, what does this square mean to this expression? It's okay if we don't know. Yeah. I don't have any more of those. Sorry. Huh? They're square, but yes, but what does that mean? Am I just squaring the x and the h? How many of these things do I have? 2. I have 2 of them. So it's going to be x plus h, x plus h. How do we simplify this? Does anybody remember? Way back in algebra, how do we simplify? If these were numbers, how will we simplify them? Box method. So if you want to do box method, if you want to do FOIL method, it does not matter. Okay? What goes on the side, Mia? You were the one that said box method, right?
Yeah, the xh.
X plus h. Make sure that you're carrying the sign with it, okay? And then x plus h. Questions? All right. So now what do I do to inside these boxes? Multiply. So this becomes what? This becomes xh. What's this become? xh. And what's this become? h squared. Am I going too fast? No? Okay. Geo. Xavier, what do I do now? Yeah. So which ones are the same? Very good. So this becomes x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Any questions on what I did there? Any questions on what I did here? No? Okay. What do I do with this 9 and the x plus h? We don't want to bring it down. We need to simplify. Nope. It's the opposite of divide. Multiply. Because remember, this is distribution. So that becomes 9x plus 8, 9h plus 3. Questions? Okay. Do we have any like terms here? Do I have another x squared? Do I have another xh? Well, no, this is an x by itself and an h by itself. So you can't combine them. It has to match exactly. Okay, we don't have any like terms. So all of this is f of x plus h. All of that is f of x plus h. Remember I said this is going to be the hardest thing we do the rest of the semester because you need this background knowledge for what's coming next. Okay, you have to understand this. So step 2 is to replace no, I'm sorry. What was step 2? Find and simplify f of x plus h minus f of x, right? Find and simplify f of x plus h minus f of x. Okay. Oops, can I go down?
Yeah.
Right there, good? The reason I'm having you do this in steps is so that it is not all jumbled up into one problem. When I was taught it, they just gave us the formula and didn't teach us how the formula worked. So this is why I'm breaking it down for you so it's an easier method, okay? I've already found f of x plus h. This is all my f of x plus h, this whole thing. So x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus 9x plus 9h plus 3. Yes, it's the whole thing. Any questions so far? Now I need minus f of x. What is my original equation? What's the original equation? X squared plus 9x plus 3. Any questions on where I'm getting any of this? Here, let me just write what this is. Remember, this is not division. This is me just showing you where all of these parts came from. Questions? All right. Can anybody tell me what I should do with this negative sign? Distribute. Yeah, we need to distribute. There is mathematically a negative 1 here. So I'm going to distribute the negative 1 to all the things. So I have x squared. I'm bringing it down. Plus 2xh plus h squared plus 9x plus 9h plus 3 minus x squared plus, oops. And don't worry, on your assessments, you will only have 1 to 2 problems for each level. If anything, probably just 1 problem, especially for level 2 and 3, because they're longer. Any questions? Am I going too fast? Nobody said anything, so I'm assuming I'm going at an okay speed. So for those of you who were watching the video yesterday, I said that simplifying means that we're combining like terms. Do I have any like terms in this expression? Minus what? Oh, you said 9x? Yeah. 9x minus 9x gives me what? What's 9 minus 9?
0.
0. So this cancels out. What else? 3. What else? X squared. What else? Is there anything else? No, there's nothing else. So I bring down all of the stuff, all of the terms that were not canceled out. So I have 2xh plus h plus 9h. Oh, sorry, square. Questions? You sure? What's wrong? I see your face again. Scrunched up face.
You just have to cancel out the ones that are 0.
Yes, and you cancel them out because they're opposites, right? If they're opposites, they just cancel out and become 0. Good? Gabby? Ready? Okay. Step 3. Find and simplify the whole thing, right? Okay. So again, we've done this already. We've done that. That's that right there. We've done this. This is why I'm having you do it in steps. So I'm going to create my fraction and put it over h. What do I notice is in each of these terms? H. So I can factor out that h. Lalo. Sit up. So if I take an h out of here, what do I have left? This is why we practice factoring. If I take the h out, what do I have left? 2x. If I take one h out of h squared, how many do I have left? Not 0, because I have 2 here. So if I take 1 out, 1h. If I take an h out of the 9h, what does it become? 9. Yeah, I'll give it to you in a second. So what can I do to those h's? Cancel them. So then it becomes 2x plus h plus 9. Questions? You sure? All right. Step 4 was to evaluate the limit, right? This, right? Right, that's the limit, or that's the next step. Find or evaluate the limit. Okay. So again, Gio, you've done all of this already. It's this right here. You've done all of this already. You've done that work. So we're going to take the limit as h approaches 0 of 2x plus h plus 9. What do I do with this 0? Remember, we're substitute it for what? Not x. Yeah, remember, you're substituting it in for this variable. When I've taught this before, students get like in the habit, like when we do limits, when we're doing limits, you substitute it in for x. But here, because we have an h, we have to make sure we're substituting it in for h. So I get 2x plus 0 plus 9, which gives me 2x plus 9. And there is my final answer. Questions? Are we sure?